Now we move on to the next social media platform, which is the most popular, which is Twitter. What is Twitter basically? Twitter is a short message communication platform which will allow all the users who have registered with them to send out messages to its friends or followers in form of tweets which are not longer than 140 characters. Your tweets or messages that you post can include a web link, a photo, a video, GIFs which are now popular, polls, etc. Your friends or other people can follow your Twitter account and you can then follow others. Following each other will help you read or reply to each other's messages and share tweets that your followers or you do, which is also known as a retweet. Let me now take you through some basic Twitter terminology. The tweets or the messages that you post on Twitter are broken down into these following types. The first one is a tweet. It is the most basic form of a message that you write and you post to your followers. A tweet can be written in less than 140 characters or maximum up to 140 characters. The next thing that you do on Twitter is use a hashtag. A hashtag are the searchable terms on Twitter which are now available on Facebook, Instagram. And if you use any of these hashtags like hashtag marketing or hashtag any other words that you use within your tweet, anyone across this entire platform who is performing a search for that particular keyword will come across your tweet. Hence, a hashtag is very important. Hashtags were started to be used most widely through Twitter. The next Twitter thing that you see is a retweet. The way you have a share button on Facebook, you have something known as a retweet on Twitter. When you see someone else's tweet that you like or is of your interest and you want to share the same with your followers, you can retweet that. The next available thing on Twitter is a reply button. The way you comment on Facebook, you reply to a tweet on Twitter. The reply button is used to start a conversation, to send out a reply or a response to any specific tweet that you have come across. And this entire string of conversation that you do will then be visible on your timeline to your friends and to yourself. The next available thing on Twitter is a mention. A post, that is a tweet on Twitter, which contains any Twitter handle of yourself or any other user is known as a mention. The next Twitter terminology, which is very important to be understood, is a direct message or a DM. If you want to send any specific user a private message which can just be seen by them and not by any other people who are following them or you can send them a direct message. But to send a direct message, that specific user has to follow you and then only can they receive a direct message from you. Now we'll move on to understand why should any business use Twitter. Twitter is used by businesses for promoting themselves. Twitter as a platform helps brands to get a lot of new customers. As per some of the reports, it is said that 64% of any Twitter user will buy any kind of things from the brands which they follow. So if any brand has huge following, at least 60% of those audience will mostly buy from them. Another point why any business should use Twitter is to connect your business to your customers and build relationships. Building relationship with customers is very important. It is important for a business to let their customers know about any recent events that they are participating into, any events that they are conducting, anything important that has happened in the business, any information they want to share which can help their business grow. All these things can be done via tweeting the most important things to your customers via Twitter. Twitter as a platform is widely used to listen and get feedback from your audience. This is a platform that is used to talk to the audience on a regular basis. Brands can tap into what their followers are saying about them or their services or their products by doing a hashtag search. When any business will respond to the audience by retweeting them, it shows the audience that they are being heard. It also adds a personal touch which will hence help them enhance their relationships with the audience and build a reputation for the brand. Twitter is also used for online reputation management. It is very important for a brand to keep a watch on all the conversations that are happening on Twitter which are involving their brand or which is surrounding their brand. This will help them know if their customers are unhappy or happy with their services and products. If any customer is facing any problems, providing solutions to them via Twitter can help the brands avoid negative publicity and manage their online reputation. Let us now understand how can one set up a business on Twitter. Setting up a business on Twitter can be done in some few steps. It can be done by making a Twitter account. To do that, you need to sign up using your name and email address. Then you have to pick a username which should be short and crisp. The reason for your username to be short and crisp is because if any user will mention your brand using @ or will reply to any of your posts, the characters used in the username will also be counted in the response and will be deducted from the 140 characters that Twitter lets you use to reply to anybody. Hence, the shorter the username is, the more the audience can write or share their information with the brand. After you set up the account, you need to choose some interest or the area of your business and also connect with other influencers or people in the industry. This will help the audience understand what are the brand's interests, who are the kind of people it follows, and hence it will help them understand your brand better and it will end up the fans being following you. Once you do this, you then update your profile with a Twitter name by filling up some bio, adding a profile picture, a cover picture, etc. Once you have done this, you have now set up your business on Twitter and you can now start tweeting and engaging with the audience with interesting content.